Hello and welcome to an episode of Walk That Ship. I have been reviewing a lot of ships lately, and I just wanted to hop into something that I haven't hopped into a while and just kind of walk around it and give you a quick video about what my feelings are about it as of 3.22. So let's first look around the ship. This is the Argo RAFT. It's not a ship that a lot of people own. So I thought it would be a really cool ship to do a Walk That Ship for, because Argo's design is absolutely incredible. Like, I don't know if there's another manufacturer whose design I like more than Argo's. And maybe it's just the orange, but even their industrial look, it just looks incredible. When I look at their industrial design, it looks intricate, it looks cool, it looks like a ship that I want to fly, even though all it really is a glorified box hauler. See those little arms there? They carry, I believe, what is it, 32 SCU boxes? So that would be 3 32 SCU boxes. Let me check my stats here. 96 SCU. So yeah, I was correct. 32 SCU of cargo. So yeah, this really is going to be a ship that a lot of people are going to wish they had once the freight elevators come online, I think, because this ship is one of those ships where when you look at it, it doesn't have great guns. It's not meant to, like, you know, do a whole lot of jump point mapping or anything. It doesn't really do anything crazy. All it really does is it moves those 32 SCU boxes really well. And I really think this is going to work well with ships like the Caterpillar and the Hull series, or those major cargo loading ships where when you can't lift the box with one of those handheld tractor beams, you're gonna need something like this to move those huge 32 SCU boxes. And maybe you need to move them around the planet, which this would be really good for. So it would be also really good for taking boxes from the planet, from planet side to a space station, or from a space station planet side. All right, this is a little disorienting, so let's see if we can stop spinning here. There we go. But yeah, this is a beautiful ship. Absolutely stunning. And I haven't been in this ship in a long time, but yeah, this ship is going to be really good for taking those huge boxes planet side to the space station and back. I wouldn't really fly this around as like your standard ship. It's really got a very unique and small use case. However, it's a beautiful ship, so if you just want to have one just laying around or something, I would not blame you. All right, let's take a look at the inside. All right, so just making sure we got some bullets there. No, we are inside the Argo RAFT. Like I said, it's not a ship that a lot of people have. I only have one as a rental just because I just wanted to make sure I looked at this ship internally at this patch cycle, because I know sometimes they change ships, and I wanted to remember what it looked like just in case they did come and change it. But this is a more modern ship, so I don't think they'll change it. If you look though, there's, you know, pilot, co-pilot seat. No stations in here, just some cool looking design. Maybe these might do something once engineering comes online, but not sure. And then when we go outside, we can use the lift here, or we can go up the stairs, or we can go out the airlock. So, of course, we're going to go out the airlock first. This is the front airlock that you saw in the front. So we're going to open it up. Up. Let's close the door when we open the airlock. I feel like that door should auto close though. And there we are, access to space. So like I said, this ship is really for, let's go out, might as well. Like I said, this ship is really for hauling those 32 SU boxes. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't actually been able to use the ship for actually hauling those. So I'm wondering if it's able to, and let me know in the comments if you know, if it's able to just pick up smaller boxes as well, or if those arms only carry like 32 SU, so it's 32 SU or nothing. Because I feel like that would be a little bit too unique, too like niche, like you only carry 32 SU boxes. Like, yeah, I feel like that would be too small. I feel like it should carry anywhere from like 8 to 32, maybe not, you know, 4, but 8 to 32. Or I mean, yeah, 4 is not too crazy. So if you know exactly what type of boxes this can carry, go ahead, let us know in the comments. All right, actually, let's go in the living area, then we'll take the lift. So welcome to your quarters. You got all of your escape pods here. Why does this one, what's this one? Is this the bathroom? It is indeed the bathroom. Yes, with shower. Yes. Is my toilet gonna come out? Yes, come out, toilet. No, not frags. Oh, I can't wait until the new inner thought system comes online. Well, toilet is being shy, so we say bye to shy toilet. All that. Yep, you got your escape pods here. These are pretty cool. And yeah, I do rent ships just to check them out, because I actually really just like walking around spaceships. I really think that might end up being a hobby of mine. I don't know if I get my wreck back at some point, but I think you get the ship for like 29 weeks or something. So I thought it was like 3 days. So once I found out it was like 29 weeks, I was like, oh, I'll rent all the ships just to walk around them. Okay, that looks like it. Oh, did it open? Did I miss it? Am I standing in the way? Oh, that's broken. That's broken. That's broken. What about this one? They're both broken. Well, you put your, we don't do ladders, but you put your weapons here. So I'm not sure what these are. Maybe they're storage lockers or something. It doesn't say. Then you got a nice little table here, a nice little window to look at your 32 SU boxes. I like that this window is here. The view, however, would be completely blocked if you had the boxes in there, right? So, I don't know. Maybe I feel like maybe the window should have been up here a little bit. Or maybe you want to look at your cargo. Maybe you're one of those folks that just likes to look at boxes. You know, in the future, though, the big 32 SU boxes are going to have like designs and logos and stuff on them, so you know, maybe that'll still be pretty cool. Oh, we're definitely carrying Teddy around for the walk. Hey, Teddy. All right, so then you have your now I'm not 100% sure what they'll do with these in the future, these screens here, but my guess is they'll tell some type of really important information, like maybe they'll say what's in each box or something like that. Because this really isn't like the type of ship that you smuggle with. You could, of course you could smuggle in any ship, but your cargo is visible. So it's like, unless you put weird things inside of it, I mean, they could just come up and directly scan your cargo. So probably not the best cargo ship. You want your cargo to be inside if you're going to be a smuggler. Yeah, but I would love to know what they're going to put on these screens here. But yeah, it looks like they got a full kitchen here. I don't know what any of these machines do. I'm going to assume this is the drink machine because there's little glasses there. Maybe some storage for these things is up here. Beans. I'm assuming those are beans and not vials of illicit substances. And what the heck is this machine? I don't know what this is. Argo, what you doing over here? What is this? Are those straws? Maybe some salt, random spices. Gotta have your ketchup and mustard here. Can we? Oh, OJ mustard. Not OJ Simpson, right? I know. Come on, you gotta get. Come on, CIG. You gotta get sponsored by Heinz. You gotta get sponsored by Heinz or something, so you could, so you can have some like legit. Maybe it's like Heinz 3000 or something, because it's like the future. But now that I'm looking at it, which one of these is the food maker? This looks like a little food container. I can't grab it. These look like little spouts where stuff could come out. So maybe, oh, this has spouts too. I think those are spouts, unless those are just nuts at the bottom. Well, I'm certain that this is the kitchen because it has condiments. So maybe CIG make that a little bit more, I don't know, user friendly, because right now me and Teddy, we can't figure it out. All right, then you have your 2 crew beds here. So yes, it's 2 crew. I'm a little confused though about crew requirements because, okay, I think crew requirements are more like, okay, 2 people can log out and log in here, and I think that's kind of what they mean by crew. And also, of course, how many people it takes to run the ship efficiently at its optimum level, right? But what if I don't need to log out, right? If I don't need to log out, then those crew minimum requirements, right, are still, those still matter, right? But the crew maximum doesn't, because I could sit 4 people on these seats, right? You know, because one thing I'll say is I don't think you should just have people just standing up, right? Unless, and I wonder if anybody else has thought about this. What if you have people, like, obviously we don't have jump seats, right? But what if you get inside of an escape pod, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 escape pods. And then you can have a person sitting on the toilet. I mean, that's an extra part. You could just have people standing up in these pods, but not releasing them. Wouldn't they be secure in those pods? So like, okay, the idea here is, you know, you can't have people just walking around. I think CIG has said that before. You can't just have people walking around or whatever, because, you know, the ship could destabilize. They could fall over, whatever, get injured. Or, I mean, maybe you could, but the idea is that you want people, like, to have a place to be. So what if people are, there's people in the beds, there's people sitting down, and then there's people in these pods here, and then one person sitting on the toilet. Like, technically all those people are like stationary. They're in a station. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe maybe they'll let us know and be like, no, if you're sitting on the toilet and the ship rocks, then you're gonna rock. I wanna rock. Oh, we are not. We're going, are we on the top deck? We are not on the top deck. Okay, so the lower deck is where all of the things are. Okay. Ooh, little engineering station. I like that. Some component access? It says engineering, but I don't see actual component. Are these the buttons? No component buttons. I'm guessing these you'll have access to these in the future. Yeah, you can press this button, I think. Yep. Ooh, avionics. Bearing, I like it. Again, I think I've asked this in a previous video, but if you close these, or like, is that protecting them from something? Because if I'm an engineer, I want those open all the time, unless there's some negative attribute for leaving them open, because then I have access to them all the time. I mean, obviously it doesn't look as cool if they're open all the time, but maybe they'll make it to where they fall out or something if you leave them open, or they don't operate as efficiently. Maybe the little thing needs to be closed. Why can't I open these? They're red, maybe. Yeah, that one's green and these ones are red, so maybe that's what it is. You can only open the green ones. If you can't tell what I'm talking about, this one is red right here. And if we go over to the one that we were allowed to open, you can see same place, it's green. So maybe something about Argo's design there. All right, let's head up through this door. By the way, I have no idea where we're going. This is just a nice little walkthrough. Oh, we got some green lights, so let's open them up. I actually think I replaced these. So this is a Juno Starwork, and I think the other one's different because I replaced these. Yes, it is different. So you can put two different coolers inside. So I got a Juno Starwork over here, and I have a, I don't know what over here. All right, how you doing, buddy? Good. All right. So shield power. Let's look at these. Look at these components. Another Juno Starwork. Is this a separate component? I love that they have the handles right there, but I don't think we'll really be grabbing these out, right? We'll probably be using our little tool, tractor beam tool, to take these out. I do really like the idea of physically interacting with the environment, but I do think that I wouldn't want them to hold up release of anything just to get that operational. Like, I'm perfectly fine getting more important things and then them slowly adding things that we can pick up with our hands. Like, I saw that they were doing the button access. We don't do ladders. Go ahead, close that. So I saw they were doing the button interface where they were talking about how eventually when you come up to a button like this and you click it, the hand will actually come out and press the button in the digital space. And I think that's really cool, but at the same time I'm like, what are we not getting because you added that feature? Which, like, don't get me wrong, it's cool and I want it. I just don't know if I want that before, I don't know, like the ability to physically like do something else. I don't know. Like, I would love to be able to, so like, okay, let's see. So if I inspect this, right, I can move it around and look at it. But what if from this menu I could throw it or something? Like, what if I could do something else from this menu besides carry, drop, or place, right? Like, I would love to be able to like throw it or something, like add another action there. And maybe it's a different team, but like having my finger go out and press this button, I don't think is as important as adding like functionality, if that just makes any sense. All right, let's go in here. So this must be our tractor beam. I'm pretty sure this is the tractor beam though. So how you would get all of these filled up is you would grab the containers from here, and maybe they're not active yet, or they core just, I don't know how to use them, but you grab them with your tractor beam and then you'd lock them in place here. So we can't do that gameplay. It could be also because I'm just in free mode, so free flight mode. Maybe you can't do it in free flight mode. So, but yeah, nice little section of the ship. got its own little hidey hole back here. Maybe your engineer is also your support person. When engineering comes online, that's gonna blow a lot of people's minds, because a lot of the why would you go down, bro? Did I press a button? Did I press this button? I don't think I pressed this button. Maybe it just doesn't like to stay up here. But when engineering gameplay goes online, a lot of people are gonna say, well, if your ship has like high crew requirements and you're in it alone, you're not gonna be able to solo it. I'm not 100% certain that's going to be the case, because from what I've seen about the engineering gameplay, it looks more like it's gonna be something where, as long as you take care of your ship, get it repaired often, and do what you're supposed to do with it, I don't think you're gonna have issues with engineering. I think it will help if you have an engineer, because you'll be able to fix something as it breaks, like if you're in combat. But what if you don't do combat? Like, this ship is not doing combat. This ship is, I'm taking these boxes from that space station to the planet, and then from that planet to the space station, or I'm just moving them around a warehouse or something. So yeah, maybe less in need of an engineer, but I just don't think engineering gameplay, because to me it's not that fun if I require an engineer everywhere I go. Now obviously this isn't as big of a ship as some of those other ships, but I don't want to require an engineer. I want an engineer to be a boon. I want it to be something that makes your experience better, not necessarily limits you if you don't have one. And I don't think CIG wants it to be that way either. I think an engineer will be necessary if you're doing combat, if you have parts that are constantly breaking, if your ship is old, if something goes down, like they showed in CitizenCon, they showed like, oh, a part got destroyed, right? So then they had to take that part out, and then one person repaired a part, and then there was another one where they just replaced the part. Like they just took one out and put a new one in. And so I talked about that in a previous video, how I think that would be pretty cool if they just allowed you to just keep extra parts laying around, and then you just got every part that gets destroyed, you just take it out, put it in. Like imagine your shield generator getting destroyed, and then you just pop another one in, and they're like, wait a minute, we just destroyed your shield, what happened? You know, so I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's the Argo RAFT. It's not a big ship, it's a pretty small ship. I love the design of this ship. I really do. I think this ship is one of those ships that a lot of people will not have because of the cost of it. But if you are one of those people that really are going to get into cargo, this ship is going to be great for you, I think, because you're going to be one of those people that needs to have a ship for every version of cargo. Like imagine having a hull A that you can fill up and, you know, take, you know, short distances for smaller amounts of cargo, and then, you know, those things don't do well in atmosphere, whereas this one does. So you can take this one, you can drop the cargo off at a space station, take the Argo RAFT down to the planet, drop your cargo off there, and then just make a few trips, assuming you don't have something a lot bigger than this, of course. But yeah, to me, I think if I was like hugely into cargo, I would get one of these. $125 standalone, 110 war bond. It is a limited ship, so you can't just go and get one. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's an earning game, but 96 SCU, 2 crew, you know, it's pretty good. But CIG, I do have questions. Why is my loaner for this an F7C Hornet? Or has that changed? Because last time I checked, I'm pretty sure the loaner for this, because I did have one, but I got rid of it because I got I got a bigger ship. I think I ended up getting the Banu Merchantman or something. I'm not sure what I upgraded from, but the loaner for this was a Hornet at one point, and that was so weird. So let me just check it real quick. I'm pretty sure it's still a Hornet. So, I mean, you don't really need, the ship is in game, right? So the loaner doesn't really matter as much now, but yeah, it's an F7C Hornet. What? So I guess, I mean, that's still relevant. Like if the ship goes offline because they need to update it or something, please, I already have a video, CIG, of the updates that need to be made to the ship loaner matrix. Please update those. We really need that. All right. Well, this has been the Argo RAFT. Just a quick walkthrough of the ship. Nothing too crazy. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for spending your time with us. That's it for this one. Peace.